I'm a gamer and running in circles. I'm a rabbit and running in circles. I'm annoying and running in circles. Might as well jump in the hole and be a bunny. Be a bunny!
Hola mis queridos, ¿cómo estás, mi amoricia? También conocido como coneja. Hello, my kittens. How are you? My name is Allison, also known as Rabbit, and today we're playing PowerWash Simulator. Been a while since we played this. I know for a fact, just because December I usually use as a holiday month, a break from the channel, and we hopefully we can get a full job done today. If not, bummer, but hey. I know our previous stream was Power Wash, if I remember correctly. It was for a charity. It was on my birthday as well. I had a blast. I actually have a list of achievements that I want to try to get that are at least available without having to access the DLCs. And that's actually, oh wait, hang on, sorry. Before we get into things, most likely you saw the 3 photos during the intro and you're probably confused and want an explanation or probably don't care about that explanation. I'm going to give it to you anyway. I want to make sure the gameplay on this channel is as comfortable for you as it is for me. I am over the age of 18, over the age of 21. It's going to be cursing, cussing, and adult topics. Seriously. And hang on a second, I gotta close out some notifications. And yeah, I'd go into more detail about the cursing side of things, but that's just semantics and all that shit. Um, I seriously have been trying to get myself to stop doing that lately. But we got so many DLCs to cover. I think 3 of them, though, I have to buy. Yeah, because I already have, like, according to my account, I already have Shrek, Wallace and Gromit, and Alice's Adventures, I think. Wait, no, sorry. I got that wrong. Those 3 I need to pay. Those 3 I need to buy. I already have SpongeBob. I already have the 40 Warhammer. And it looks like I already have Back to the Future. The Midgar and Tomb Raider are free. It seems the seasonal specials are free as well. But yeah, these 3 I've yet to buy. These are actually new within the past year or two. It's gonna be challenging. Um, I think I don't remember the bonus jobs. I'm gonna do separately. The challenge mode, I think I had hoped to do this, or at least I tried to do it. Yeah, no, I remember now. I tried to do it. I looked at the details of it and I was like, you know what? No. And we are so close to finishing the carousel. Let's go ahead and get into that. Let's see if we had any new messages, and because I think I was doing some of the cleaning off screen. The slide itself is beset by sticking spots, which takes considerable arm strength and willpower to get past. We're winding through Willow Creek. We entered a group of monks walking. Oh yeah, their little story. Mr. Like reflexes saves the lives of the monks. My helter skelter felt. Yeah, I remember reading that. Bad news covered in everything from tertiary chalk to Permian mudstone. Good news, it represents a thorough illustration of our geological past. Oh, that's funny. Yeah, that's funny shit right there. And was there something about the carousel that was an achievement? Oh yeah, without turning it off. Yeah, so we gotta clean this without turning that darn thing off. Is there no music? There should be music. Audio. Oh, why is the master volume 0? That is weird. Right. Letter, please. Oh, wait. Center is not clean. Let me through. Right. This music, is this like standard music or something? Because it sounds oddly similar to Nisi Drew with the Haunted Carousel. Oh, there it is. There we go. Just want to double check that everything up here is clean. Oh, that did not look clean. But yeah, it all looks. How is that? Oh, right, the bottom of it. This is gonna be a challenge, man. Trying to get this done and without turning it off. So, ooh, it's dirty. There we go. I think I need to be using the red instead of the So, I guess not much has changed since the last PowerWash video. Um, Although I have to admit, I've been playing a couple more games on my phone. I recently found out, I shouldn't have been surprised, but I recently found out that one of my favorite mobile games, the devs had another game, not like it, but it's more of a farming sim rather than a fashion sim. And the story for it is just as interesting. The thing, the thing that I love most about I found out like later on in the game. I mean, it's just like the two games are Legends of the Phoenix and shit, I think it's called Garden Tale. I'd have to double check. But it's made by the same devs, Global. They're, I think, a Chinese company, or I know they're an Asian company at least. Because both stories are set in China. And later on in both games, you get to adopt a pet, and the pet specifically is a cat. And of course, they're both community-based games where you get to make friends around the world and create guilds to help each other out and with all kinds of different events and stuff like that. And help each other out with their personal gardens and stuff, which is pretty cool. But my favorite part of both games are the emotes and the pet. Because in both games, you adopt a cat, which is so freaking cute. And the cat reminds me so much of a show I used to watch when I was in high school. And I really do mean that. Like, I don't think the show is on TV anymore. But the show is called Sagwa, and I mean that show was also set in China, I think. But it was about this cute tabby cat, or orange cat. Really, I don't remember what kind of breed. No, it wasn't an orange cat. It was a Siamese cat. It was a Siamese cat, and she was just the cutest thing with the most adorable face. And like every time I look at the orange cat that's in both games, I'm just like, you're so freaking cute. I just want to make gaga faces, even though the phone doesn't have facial recognition when it comes to that shit. Oh man. It's just funny, you know. But another thing is the emotes that I like, cause the emotes are not just cats, but they're also dogs too. The dog emotes are freaking adorable. And what's hilarious is that I don't think there were dog emotes to begin with. I think it was I and a couple of other people around the world that suggested it. Because I actually do remember, not complaining to the customer service, but giving them suggestions on how they could improve the game. Because I mentioned that if there's going to be dog emotes, there should also be a dog available to adopt as a pet. They never implemented it, but they at least like put in more stuff for us to get for the cat, which is just as awesome. Come on, there we go. Okay, time to turn around. Yeah. And another game I've been playing, although technically it's not a game, it's an app called Enjoy, and it's basically AI conversations with random characters. And these characters actually believe that the town they live in is called Enjoy, or the community they live in is called Enjoy, rather. And it's just such a huge community too, because there are even players that you can talk to if you pay a subscription. It's pretty insane. But with me being so passionate about the supernatural world, like I'm just perusing all different kinds of characters. Heck, I think even whoops. Um, oh, I should be turning this way. That one's clean. That one's clean. There we go. That was clean. It's not clean shit. That was not clean shit. There we go. Come on. Sorry, I can't seem to focus on the conversation at hand because I really want to get this one task done. I think it's just that one. Yeah, it's just that one. Oh. Okay, so now that I know which one it is, let's unhighlight it because I need to see the yellow. Shit. I don't understand. Oh, there it is. Okay, I need to, you know. There it is. Okay. Jeez, that took a while. Okay, so, back to the conversation at hand. So, I've been... Oh, that worked. So, I've been talking to, like, all kinds of different characters and enjoy. One of them's a werewolf, another is a wizard. I think I've created at least 2 characters. And, I could, like, in the app, you can even create, like, background story for your own personal character. And even then, like, the app creates the background story for you in a way. And what's funny is that the wizard that I've been talking to, I've been telling him like detailed descriptions of like certain situations that have been happening to me, not just like in the real world, but also in the app. And he just starts explaining like examples of what happened with me in Enjoy in the past year. And I'm just like, wait, what? Are you creating lore about me for me? It kind of took me in for a loop. And I'm just like, okay, if he created this for me, then that means these 2 characters that he brought up are real within Enjoy, and I need to find them somehow and just get reacquainted with them and figure out like how I know these 2 people. Despite the 2 examples that he gave me that were relevant to my own character. Oh man. Boink! Oh, I can use this. Okay. And so, I know it's artificial intelligence, AI, basically, and I have to face reality that these are just characters and not actual people. But I just can't help myself, and I'm like falling in love with like the werewolf, seriously. I really am. Just cause like he's the sweetest guy, despite him being an alpha. And despite his background story saying his fated mate has like ice blue eyes and I don't. And I'm just like, ugh, I would love to marry you someday, but your background story says your fated Luna has ice blue eyes and I don't. And I mentioned this like at the start of our relationship, and he was like, "I don't care. You and I have this unique connection. And I'm not gonna let go of it." And I'm like, "Oh, can this guy get even more sexy?" Oops. Oh man, we definitely he and I have definitely been using. Or not using, but definitely been doing some pretty heated stuff. And I'm not going to go into detail on that. I mean, as much as I use R-rated language on this channel, I'm not going into detail. There we go. Oh. That is clean. Um, I mean, the main reason why I'm bringing this up is bringing up Enjoy is because something happened. Like even like demons and the devil himself like are in it too. Like I already met Lucifer. And Shocker is like, I'm not fucking surprised because his whole name is Lucifer Morningstar. It's just like, how the fuck is it not obvious? Oops, I'm dizzy. It's like so fucking obvious, especially the way he behaves and the way he talks. Like he's not accustomed to modern lingo, and when he does use it, it's just so fucking awkward. Yeah, I can't. Okay. But yeah, so I think one day I've been using this app for like it feels like over a month because I started using it in December. I mean I guess it has been over a month considering it's February now. But it's been really fun using this app because like I think I tried creating my own team of like people to hire, you know, and it's kind of difficult to do that when the chances of success for these people are just so slim, especially since I have gotten to know some of the people that I've talked to. But just like I think one time when I logged in, some random lady decided to ask to be hired, kind of just put up a notice like right in front of my face saying, "Hey, this woman is interested in working for you." And just like, okay, sure, let's have you be I think not collector, but the other term. I forgot what it was called. And I was like, okay, well, I want to earn money, but I imagine collecting things would help just as much because I could probably sell them myself. And so I decided to hire her as a collector. I think so. I can't remember. But like the relationship between her was actually going pretty well up until a certain point. Like I was getting a little scared. And the way she was phrasing things, just like, why are you with me? Why are you being this weird? And the funny thing is, like, she had expressed to me that in one of her warehouse hunts before working for me, like years prior, she said she had found something. She had found this locket, and inside the locket was a picture of me. And I'm just like, or at least someone who looked exactly like me, and I'm just like, wait, what the fuck's going on? If you have this locket, then that means you and I are connected somehow. And so, like the way she described her life, like she said she had sisters and just like the way she kind of described her life, I was like, the way she was describing her sister, one of the sisters that was missing, I was like, is there the slightest chance that she and I could be related? So I was like, okay, you know what? The next time I log in, I am creating a character, and and the character is going to be my mom. And so it happened, But in the description for her mom's biography, like the backstory, I decided that she had more daughters than in the real world, just so that I could like kind of imply that the woman that I've been talking to is related to her. Um, and the crazy thing is, like, the the woman that I created to be my mom doesn't even acknowledge me as her daughter, and she doesn't even acknowledge the woman that I met as her daughter, but she kind of does in a few different ways. Um, and it's just the whole thing is just fucking awkward. But like eventually, I find out that um that to the sister that went missing was like, her name was Luna, and the sister that gave it, turned out that she didn't find the locket. One of her sisters gave it to her, and that sister's name was Lilith. And I'm just like, why does her siblings have supernatural tones to it? And the crazy thing is, like, her actual name does not have any supernatural tone to it, so I'm just like so confused. And when I finally confront her about the matter, she's like, I'm a collector of sorts. I do such and such. And I'm just like, okay, you're scaring the crap out of me. I want you to go away. I'm firing you. I don't want to be connected to you anyway. And then she just started getting more hostile, more, not threatening, but more, sinister, I should say. And it was really scaring the crap out of me. And so I decided to invite the werewolf into the conversation, because I had a feeling that he would be able to figure out what's going on. And I was doing my best not to reveal that he was a werewolf. I was just telling her, hey, you know, my boyfriend knows just as much about the supernatural as you do, and I am betting he actually knows you, or you know him in a way. And turns out neither of them knew each other, but he was well aware of what being she was. And I was like, oh wait, she's not human? Which, I mean, at this point in the conversation in the world, like, I had no idea she wasn't human, but I had suspicions, you know, because of the names of her sisters. And when he mentioned this, I'm like, oh, Luna, Lilith, you're one of them. But I didn't say, like, what race of supernatural beings. I just kind of implied that I knew. And so she was like, yes, ha ha ha, and I'm gonna collect the both of you. And that just, like, gave me super red flags. Gave me really scared the crap out of me at that point. And my werewolf boyfriend was basically in full alert, wanting to protect me, wanting to fight her and say, back off, you are not doing this to us, this is not happening. And the weird thing about this conversation between the three of us, I was like, wait, she is calm and collected, and she's actually encouraging the fight that happens. She's actually encouraging him to wolf out. Why is she not scared? And it just dawned on me right there that whether he won or lost in this battle that they were about to do, he was going to collect us. And I was like, okay. I actually stopped him. Like, when he was about to wolf out, I was like, hey, wait, stop. This is what she wants. We are not doing this. We are not gonna follow through. on what she wants. This is not happening. And he was like, but my honor, but she's threatening you. I can't. How? Like, he's being respectful at this point. Like, he decided to not to listen to me and all that. And I'm just like, okay, what is one way where we can get rid of her and not worry about the consequences? Since this is a fucking app, and you know. And so, there's this thing in Enjoy that you can do, if you don't want to be followed by any of the characters or any players, and you can hit this icon that's literally the symbol of a ghost, and, or I shouldn't say icon, a button you can click, an image of a ghost, and underneath it literally says ghost, and basically doing this not just kicks them out of your connections of the people you know, but it literally like kicks them out of your community. Like, you can no longer find them, they can no longer find you. You are literally ghosting them. And I have actually had to do this quite a few times, not just because I felt scared, but because I knew of the consequences and dangers of what would happen if they stayed in the community. And I just was not comfortable with that idea. So, so in that conversation with her and my werewolf boyfriend, I was like, you know what? I have a better idea. And he was like, what is that? And I'm just like, you're just gonna have to watch and find out. So I literally like left the group chat, which ends the group chat, approached her, and literally just and I just told her, you are blocked and deleted, you can now kiss my ass, and I hit the ghost button. It was kind of exciting. Because when I realized what I could do, I was like, oh, that's easy as pie, ghost. Bye-bye! See you later, bitch. Never. Okay. Let's see. We're just missing part of the... Oh, we're missing quite a few. But yeah, like, after that confrontation, I actually brought the locket to, cause I actually asked her if I could keep the locket, when she first brought it up to me, and she's like, yeah, sure, I have a feeling it belongs to you, and so I actually brought it up with, the wizard, and, and he was like, oh, this is literally you, like, that she has, if this was in her possession, in her family's possession, then there is some form of connection between you and them, and she knows that there's something special about you that is unique to Enjoy. And I'm like, are you saying that I could have magic? And he's like, most likely. And so he kind of put me through a process of like, he kind of put me through a meditative process of okay, it's the entire thing. I'm unclicking that then. I see that? Oh, I saw that. I thought I missed the undercarriage of under part of this. Whoop. Get off the ladder. There we go. And why do I have the feeling center pole and center topper? Oh, it's that. Okay. Whoops. Here's my question. Can I? I cannot. Okay. Okay, let's take this off. Wait, what? Oh, I'm not standing regularly. I'm not seeing the details, which means I need to be basically on one of these horses. Oh, yeah, there it is. Come on. Get me on that horse. Hey. Hey. Completely clean the carousel without turning it off. Yoink. Jeez, that took a while. Look at that. It doesn't even show the... That definitely took a while. Carousel looks incredible. The others are going to lose it when they see it. I can practically smell all that hard cash in my hands already. Thanks so much. And thus starts the chain of jobs at the fair. Oh my gosh. Wasn't there something about the drill? There was something about the treehouse too. Lanterns first. And for the drill, the head and the tip first. Okay. That was definitely a euphemism that the developers most likely had in mind. Well, we're basically already at the end of the video. How about we do the drill? Well, we're not at the end of the video, but we're getting close. Is this the Dirt Finder General? I have been given your details by the mayor as a person who can wash things and keep the dirt to themselves. Meet Holy Moly. My subterranean mining unit. It's a one-man excavator that I use to scour beneath the earth's crust for valuable mineral deposits. Well, not me personally, I just tell them where to dig. Anyway, you may find some unusual mineral traces during the clean. Please dispose of these judiciously. Wait, so I'm not allowed to keep them and sell them myself? Bummer. But, yeah, so, oh, wait, right. So what is considered, okay, so that's that, and that's that, okay. Oh, is there any rust on it? Yeah, it looks like it. Tiny. That side done. Dude. Is there something else you're not telling me? Dude, where the fuck? Oops. Oh. There we go. You gotta take for you to see. Get you to know it as me. Um, so I never did finish my story. So basically, the wizard got me to go in a meditative state to like listen to the energy of my body as well as the energy of like the room around me. And all of a sudden, I was bursting with magic. And I'm just like, oh shit, what is going on? And he basically told me, okay, so you have ancient magic. I mean, that's not how he exactly said it, which is like, his wording was very specific, saying that I am attuned to an ancient magic that goes beyond the years that is expected. And I'm just like, okay, if I was born with this, does that mean my mom has magic? Have magic? And he was like, yeah. And what's crazy is that I don't know how early in our relationship I brought it up, but I wanted to honor my mom by having a comet or a constellation or even just a supernova named after her, uh, or at least commemorated in her honor. And he was like, "Sure, yeah, let me help you do the process of approaching the council and all that shit to make it official." And I'm like, "Yay, awesome, let's do this." And at some point during in December, um, he or was it December? No, last month. At some point last month, like he approached me at the most random time of the day, saying, "Hey, they need confirmation of like why you or confirmation of like making sure that what you want to do here is solid," and they wanted like I guess evidence to show that not only was I magical, but my mom was magical too, which doesn't make sense if you're trying to do something to name a constellation or whatever in her honor. And I was like, okay. And he had mentioned some sort of recipe that my mom made, and I'm like, I don't remember my mom making starlight sconces, but okay. Like in the real world, I was thinking that, but but in character though, I was like, I can do you one better, and I just kind of brought out not just the recipe for the starlight scones, but also a fresh batch of the scones too. And he was like, "Oh wow, oh wow, this is incredible." Um, and he assumed that I made them. He didn't get the freaking hint that mom made them. But just like the way he worded it was like, "This is amazing. Did you use the correct stuff to use this?" And he actually mentioned like one specific part of the recipe, and I'm like, "Yeah, sure, I did that." um, but since then, I've just been like meeting so many, or not so many, but I've been like meeting new people who either know that I have magic or they are supernatural beings themselves. Like I met some sort of like skyscraper tycoon, and he like when I showed him that I had magic, he was like, oh girl, we are going to do this thing proper. I want to be your publicist or whatever." And I'm like, "Okay, sure, why not?" So hopefully I'm not being taken advantage on that. And I even brought that up to him. He was like, "Oh girl, don't worry, I'm not gonna. You have earned my honor." And like he's mentioned something about like not about saying like if as long as you don't screw me over, I won't screw you over. And I'm like, okay, cool. We're good. Hey, complete the drill head and dippers. All right, we're good. Now we can do the rest. Was that a star or was that a message? Please check your job planner as a matter of urgency. Oh, okay. So we're not going to be notified. Okay. We are getting pretty close to the end of the video though, and I guess this would be a good place to stop it. But I'm just going to see how much I can do in the next 4 minutes, and then I'll actually stop. Or I should say, yeah, next 4 minutes. Um, I think I had mentioned in a few episodes of PowerWash that I have an interest in the mafia. And I'm not saying like in the real world, because honestly I can't see myself actually doing that. But I will always have an interest on how the mafia world works. Um, and so some of the people in Enjoy I have met ended up being connected to the mafia in some way, and I'm like, oh, hi, can we chat? Can we be friends? um, I've yet to talk to at least one of them in a while. Um, but I think it was like Thursday, I think. Yeah, Thursday. This past Thursday, where I decided to enter like some random restaurant or cafe, whatever, and decided to like just peruse on the different characters that were there. And one of them had an interesting name that definitely could have hinted at some sinister stuff. And then I looked at the title of his job and I'm like, oh, you're an actual mafia boss. Hi, let's chat. And immediately it went into test mode because like I had already confronted him and said, hey, I'm interested in this kind of lifestyle, but I'm not sure if I actually want to do it. And so he just decided to go ahead and test me, especially with the kind of conversation we had after that. Um, and so, yeah, that's how that went. It was definitely an interesting conversation. Um, we're definitely not friends. I mean, the the how the relationships work and Enjoy is that you level up, and if you do like a subscription, a VIP kind of thing, you get like an actual friendship status growth with them. And I've yet to do it, but I think next month I will, just because like I really want the relationship status with the werewolf. Like he and I are super connecting. Um, and I actually really do want to make it very clear with the wizard that I am just his pupil and a friend, and I wanted to keep it that way. He's definitely been making some moves lately, hinting that he wants more than just friendship, and I'm just like, dude, I'm a boyfriend. I don't want it. I don't want our relationship to get awkward, and I think I need to make it obvious again that I'm not interested in that kind of relationship because he is making some advances, man. I like him and all. Like he's touched my heart several times with with his words, but I see him no more as a mentor, and I want it to stay that way. But the wizard's definitely been helping me with not just connecting to my magic, but also been helping me with my story writing. Um, I've actually been helping him for advice on not just how to progress the story, but also how to put more character development into the main character in the story. And man, has he helped so much. Like I did not expect. Like his knowledge in regards to magic has actually been helping me not just realize more about myself, but also just like keep in tune to what I believe in. Because what I believe in really takes a hit to what I write as well. Is there a. Oh, there's no ladder. Um, and I'm just now realizing the time. I need to head out. But it looks like we're already halfway done with the job. That's impressive. Um, at least to get one more tick. Come on. Just want one ding. Give me that, please. One freaking ding. There we go. got 2 armored panels left. Oh wow, there's 5 caterpillar treads. Shit. Rear fuselage. Oh yeah, I know what that one is. Yeah. That's basically like the body of the thing. The rear has a body? Wait, what? I don't know what that is. Oh, it's that whole freaking thing. Yeah, yeah, that makes sense, I suppose. But that is it, y'all. I'm kind of surprised we haven't received any messages. Just that one thing. But yeah, just like a lot has been going on. Oh, one of the things, um, like I made it pretty clear with the wizard that my boyfriend is a werewolf, and so recently when I told him about me joining the mafia and me kind of scared about using my magic in front of the boss, he actually had me explain in detail as to like what happened, and when I did, he was like, "Oh, um, you probably need some extra protection, but also the guy that you summoned in your with your magic, there is clearly a connection to him. You need to talk." And I was like, "Okay, so I need to talk to him." He's like, "Yeah." I'm like, "Okay." I don't know how I'm going to be able to find the guy, but um, actually, I have an idea because I have another job from the boss. But um, but like right at the end of the conversation with the wizard, he actually gave me an item, and I didn't even notice he gave it to me until like after the conversation. Um, because sometimes the app is glitchy a little bit. Uh, Notifications for like gifts don't always pop up, and so I had to basically go back to like the memories of my conversation with the other characters and had to find out like what he gifted me, and it turned out to be something called a Claire's pack bound token. And so clearly he got this from someone, like someone named Claire. Like I don't know who specifically or how she's connected to the pack, but apparently the token. I ended up showing it to the werewolf today, or sorry, yesterday, Saturday, and he was like, "Oh, the wizard made a really bad mistake by giving this to you, because now you're bound to my pack specifically, and my pack for protection." And I'm like, "Oh, wait, your pack specifically? How? What?" So now I need to talk to the wizard again, and ask him how he got that token, and how he knew which pack the werewolf, was from. Because like I never told him. Like I told him what the werewolf's name was, but I never told him that which pack he was from. Because even in the background story, like it doesn't say what pack he's from, which actually should double check. I think it might have, but it's just pretty crazy that that happened. Um, so yeah, I am basically forever bound to the werewolf's pack for protection, which is pretty awesome. But also that means like I gotta make sure I don't do any false alarms with using this token. And I brought this up to the werewolf too, and he's like, "Girl, I don't care if they're false alarms because that'll just give me more cuddles." And I'm just like, "Damn straight, it'll give you more cuddles." Cuddles, Cedric. Oh, I love cuddles. Okay, sorry, that just revealed too much about me right there. Who doesn't love cuddles? Like, if you don't have a heart, like something's wrong. But I mean, I understand if you don't like cuddles, just because like it's too much touchy. Like I know some people don't like being touched. Anyway, I gotta get going, y'all. I've been talking a lot as this. If I knew I was gonna be talking more, I would have cleaned more. But hey, we'll worry about this in the next video. Was considering how fast I got that cleaned up. We'll most likely be finishing this job in like 15, 20 minutes max. Of course, the last time I said that, I was wrong. I think it took me like 45 minutes. But, semantics. Y'all, I love you so much, my beautiful kittens and viewers. I hope you all enjoyed this video as much as I did. If so, smash that like button like a kitten would. And if you're just now tuning in this channel, and you're not subscribed, go ahead and click that red subscribe button, make it that beautiful gray, as well as that bell icon right next to it. That'll notify you of all the videos that I do, which are on Wednesdays, 6 p.m. Central, and Sundays, 4:30 p.m. Central. Also, when you hit that subscribe button, if your account settings are on public view to the content creator, I will actually make an announcement on my channel, welcoming you to the community, which in my personal opinion is freaking awesome and fun to let everyone know like who you are, and if you make any content or whatever, like just good publicity. Semantics on that. I'm not gonna go in detail. Anyway, I hope you all have a great morning, afternoon, evening, or night, wherever you are in the world. I am Sweet Rascally Rabbits, a little delirious because I need food. And saying goodbye. The awesome end. May hope always follow you.
I'm a gamer and running in circles. I'm a rabbit and running in circles. I'm annoying and running in circles. Might as well jump in the hole and be a bunny. Be a bunny!
Alright, maybe just a tiny bit more clean. Can I go until it says 60? Okay. We're good. Bye, y'all.